What I'm doing today is, well, I'm making everybody worst possible. They could be like a 40 overall, but I'm doing it's like a different universe NBA version. So I'm gonna have every player is customizable. They're not real, and we're just gonna see who becomes the next LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Giannis, Steph. It's just gonna be an alternate timeline. But the main reason why I'm making these videos is not just for the video aspect. Is actually for myself to keep up with the timeline. Like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't get put down on the stat sheet, especially like if I go to Luka, it's not gonna say 2018 they lost the first round of the playoffs. But the videos that I put here is gonna say that. It's gonna show that at least. We'll sim through the playoffs. Doesn't really matter who wins or loses because they're all 40 overalls. Alright, this is... Oh, the Knicks just came back down 3-1. Josh, this is what matters. Draft lottery. This is big. I'm gonna skip the lottery. Wizards number 1, Hornets 2, Magic 3, Grizzlies 4, Thunder 5. Those are almost all expansion teams since 1995. Alright. Biggest moment here. NBA draft. Who will go for... I mean, it's not manual. It's all automatic. Washington Wizards. Woo! Eugene Watts. Wow, he wasn't even projected number 1. Yeah, that's a good pick. Eugene Watts, he's out of San Diego State. Shannon Pete out of Duke University. Shooting guard, 6'7", 208, going to Charlotte, North Carolina. Okay, so Eugene Watts was 79 overall, Shannon Pete was 78. This guy's averaging 22 points a game, 5 and 5. Good shooting efficiency from 3. He's almost 50. Oh my goodness, he's almost 50% from 3. I mean, he's an immense shooting guard. This guy's Eugene Watts, 27 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 51% from the field. Not a good free throw shooter, but we'll look out for him in a couple of years. Clarence Ford out of Baylor University, 6'5", 200 pounds. Now that's an NBA body. He's a good defender with about 3 steals a game. Wow, that's good. And at 4th pick, we got Daniel Manning, another Duke player. Wow, Duke must have had an amazing recruiting year that year. OKC, he picked Chase Pearson, I'm guessing. Yeah, Chase Pearson out of Virginia, 6'7", 205. We got Matt Bryant, 6'5", 203, point guard out of Purdue. That's our first point guard. 47 out of 50 college threes. This guy might be up there with Stephen Curry. Alright, the Rockets picked Theodore Wade out of Connecticut, 6'9", about 250. San Antonio, Frank Richardson out of Tennessee, 6'8", 195. How well he does. Trent Lawrence, 9th pick, Iowa State, 6'10", 237. Oh, Lawrence Mann, the point guard out of Michigan State, 6'4", 197. Now let's see these players. Clarence Ford, still 18 years old, averaging 20 points a game, 6 rebounds a game for a shooting guard. That 6'5" is really good. 48% from 3. What are these? 48% from 3. Oh my goodness. Okay, this guy, yeah, he's a 77, but he's really good. 20 points a game, 6 rebounds a game, 4 assists a game, 3 steals, 2 blocks. 6'5", you get 2 blocks. That guy could be something to watch. 22 and 10. He's 6'8". 4 blocks a game. What? College must be overinflated stats, because I don't know how they do that. Wow, 4 blocks a game. Not the most efficient shooter, but he knows how to put the ball in the basket and get it out the basket as well. 19 points a game for Chase Pearson here at Virginia. 8 rebounds about. 3 assists. 2 steals and 3 blocks. Are these all just defensive monsters? He's not an efficient shooter, not at all. But he's good. Maybe I'm a casual. Matt Bryant out of Purdue, averaging 22 points a game, 8 assists, 1 steal a game. Very, very efficient shooter. Yeah, he can be solid. He'll be solid. Theodore Wade, this is a guy that I like. I think he'll transition very well in this league. In this NBA. I mean, because there's not 40 overalls. Frank Richardson out of Tennessee, 23 points a game. That's about all he can do. Just score. And if San Antonio needs that, they'll take it. We got Trent Lawrence here out of Iowa State. All these guys are not... Oh, no. Frank Richardson did play 2 years in college, but all these guys are freshmen. Just crazy. 17 and 10. Wow, 17 and 10. Not an efficient shooter at all. But hey, 4 blocks a game as well. We'll see. We'll just have to see because he's 19. Lawrence Mann, a junior out of Michigan State. 26 points a game with about almost 10 assists. Yeah, that's Steve Nash right there. Going to Phoenix too. Steve Nash. Very efficient shooter as well. You need to step up that free throws if you want to be Steve Nash, but Lawrence Mann, but look out for him. I'm just gonna sim. I'm not gonna sim, but I'll come back so I can show you more information about 11 through 20. Ooh, hold on, we have a trade to announce. This is right after the 11 pick. Oh, they trade Matt Bryant for a 40 overall Trey Murphy. And this year's first round draft. Oh, this year's first round draft pick for Matt Bryant. So the Celtics just traded away Matt Bryant for Art Fleming out of Notre Dame. Was that a good trade? He averaged 5 blocks a game. I would say, heck yeah, anybody that averages 5 blocks a game, I'm taking first. Dude, what? He's a senior, so he's got years to develop, but he's averaging 5 blocks a game. Yeah, that was a really good trade. Miami Heat. Oh, and they're trading somebody too. Boston's getting all the trades. What is going on? Boston really likes this draft class, I'm guessing, because they're trading away 2 first-round picks, and that's big nowadays. For Adrian Wagner out of Houston, 6'9", small forward. Alright, so the lottery is done. You guys saw those 2 picks. But we got Fred Gardner with 13th pick out of Arizona, averaging about 20 points a game, 11 rebounds, 3 blocks. Very solid player. I'll only do this for the first round, because the second round, that's going to be too much information. But Mac Jenkins out of Connecticut, averaging 20 points a game, 6 rebounds. Pretty efficient shooter. 75 overall, and he's a senior. He's 22 years old. That's going to be tough for OKC. Stefan Linderman here, 20 years old. 22 points a game, 7 rebounds. That's good for, German leagues, because I'm guessing that's where he played in the German leagues. Or wherever, just maybe European leagues. I don't know. He didn't go to college though. He's from Germany. Averaging about 4 steals a game. Goodness, what is going on with these rookies? Just defensive monsters. Like, that's just crazy. Irving Gardner, freshman out of Alabama, 23 points a game, 10 rebounds, 4 blocks, and he's a power. Adrian Watts out of UCLA, 19-year-old, 74 overall, 6'9", kind of skinny, 19 points a game, 9 rebounds, 4 blocks a game. About goodness. We got Marvin Fuller out of Clemson. He's a senior, 6'8". He's not even that efficient for a senior. You're a senior, you gotta be having 50% from the field, at least 40% from the 3, and at least over 80% from free throw. But he's a good defender. I just don't like this pick. He might be a 76 overall. He's just these stats make him, compared to other players, yeah, trash. Like compared to this guy was 1 under him. He's averaging 23 points a game with 5 rebounds, and he's shooting pretty efficient. Free throw, never mind. But hey, they're both. I mean, he's 22 and he's 6'8", small forward. This guy's 6'6", small forward. He's a 77. Dude, he's a 19-year-old. He's just better. Bad pick by the Knicks there. It's pretty common. Bernie Morgan, 20 years old, out of Purdue, 6'10", power forward, averaging 15 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks a game. Wow, not that efficient shooter. 38% from the field, and you're a big man. Not good at all. But yeah, I mean, some decent picks. I don't know if there's anybody like very good left on the board, because this guy was 11th pick and he's 80 overall. I don't know how he fell that far down. And he got 77 overalls in the 19th. We'll just see. We have a trade to announce. New Orleans Pelicans. And it's the Celtics again! What? I mean, they're trading up their other guy. This is just a bad trade from the Celtics. I don't know what they're doing. Adrian Wagner, you drafted him you drafted him 12th. And now you're trading for the 21st pick? Austin Neal. Okay. Hopefully that's a good trade. How many trades are in this first round? I'm not even in the second round. The Rockets. Okay. At least it's not the Celtics. Clint Lyons. Out of Georgia, 6 feet, very small. Alright, so the first round's done. We got Bernie. Oh, no, I've already done that. My bad. Austin Neal. This is Celtics traded again. And he's not even that good. Like, come on, let's be honest. This is his sophomore year of college. 15 points a game, 4-4-1. About 2. And he's not even an efficient shooter. That's just a bad pick. He's a 73 overall. We got 6-foot Clint Lyons. He's a sophomore out of college. 22 points a game, 8 assists a game, 3 rebounds a game. He's more efficient. Out of Georgia. SEC is doing well. We'll see how well that guy does. Jawan Longley, 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 5 assists about, rounded up, 1 steal, 1 block. He's an efficient shooter. Oh yeah, 82 from the free throw line. Now that's the efficiency you want from your senior. I'm just saying. Will McMillan, the 20-year-old, averaging 22 points a game, 8 assists at Utah State. He's efficient as well. This is a pretty good draft class. Marty Pickett, the freshman out of Cincinnati, 18 points a game, 7 rebounds. He's a good defender, 2 steals, 3 blocks, 40% from the 3. Could work on that efficiency. But he's a good player. I mean, as a freshman, that's the numbers you should be having. Ronald Johnson out of Arkansas, 22 points a game, 5 assists, 2 steals. That guy, he looks good. 84% from the free throw. 6'6", 186, 19 from Arkansas. Ronald Johnson. Oh my, what a name this is. Orny Way Seymour, 7-footer, 260 out of Spain. 21 years old, averaging 16 points a game, 7 rebounds, and a block. He's a good 3-point shooter. But what? That's one of the greatest names ever. Orny Way Seymour. And another guy from not America, Uros Turk, 19-year-old out of Slovenia, 20 points a game, 5 rebounds a game. Not that efficient, especially from free throw, but I'll see. He's just average again. Michael Warren, 19-year-old out of BYU, averaging 12 assists a game. Wow. 14 points, 2 steals. This guy can dish out dimes. He's a great passer. And his name's Michael, and he's going to the Bulls. Okay, let's see if we have the next Michael Jordan, but he passes this time. Curtis North, that's a pretty cool name. About 6'11", 250, still 18. A freshman out of Texas. 15 points a game, 9 rebounds, 3.4 blocks. He's a good free throw shooter, and that's what you want from centers. Yeah, I mean he'll be good. He'll be good. All right, here's the second round. I'm not gonna do as much as I did in the first round. Just gonna. You can slow the video down if you really want to look into it, but yeah, this is the second round. Got some pretty cool names though. There was like Victor Paul Blackwell, Mitch, however you say that, Bahaliots. We got Bert there, Dario Tarak. That's pretty crazy, but yeah. Second round. Alright, here's the free agency looks like. It's mainly just the guys who didn't get drafted. We'll see where they go, because it'll be pretty big news, because, you know, all these players in this universe are the ones you need to pick. Not like these guys, but all these guys, they could all land a contract. They could all get a contract. Okay, I'm gonna go through the teams, but I'm gonna do it really fast. There's 30 teams, so you can slow down if you really want to look into it. But the players this year aren't really that important because they're not that good. So it doesn't really matter until we get to the playoffs, because, you know, winning championships is a pretty big deal. But yeah, if you want to look at them, just slow the video down. If it's your favorite team, you can just see if you're bad or not, because there's still a lot of 40 overalls in this league. Every team has at least 40 overalls. See, look at the Jazz, they only have 2 quote-unquote real players. So I don't think the Jazz are going to do good this year. Knicks, they have a good amount of players. That'll be good for them. Lakers look to have a starting 5. Magic probably have a starting 5 as well. We got 3 only for them. 2 for the Nets. Oh, not looking good for them. Pacers have just a starting 5. Pelicans have a good amount, and they're good players. Yeah, because I don't think there's a single 80 overall in this league. Oh, Raptors only have 2. Might be. Rockets got a lot of players. Spurs. Indy's still probably starting. Oh, Indy. Yep, Suns aren't gonna do well. Thunder might do well. I thought they would do better since they have so many picks. Timberwolves, Trailblazers, Warriors. They got starting 5. Finally, the Wizards. Oh, we do have 1 80 overall player, Daniel Manning. But yeah, those are the rosters. I will come back when we are at February 9th, when the All-Stars get picked. Alright, so we're at the All-Star draft. I'm just gonna send it. We got on the left side Team Daniel Manning, Lawrence Mann, Fred Gardner, Evan Randall, Leroy Maggots. Stan Cook off the bench. Mac Jenkins, Will McMillan, Bob Ware, however you say that first name, Sullivan, Jim Aldridge, and Tyler Tinsley. And then on Team Art, we have Art Fleming, Irving Gardner, Shannon Pete, Dan Sharp, Bert Burtz, Eugene Watts, Johan Norberg, Alvin Owen, Steve Castro, Stephen Manis, Dean Baldwin, Dexter Jones. And for the next 10 years, these will probably be, you know, the main guys. Probably not, but those starters you'll probably hear for a while. I mean, you'll keep seeing those names: Daniel Manning, Art Fleming, Dan Sharp, Fred Gardner, Shannon Pete. But hey, maybe not, you know? We'll just have to see. Okay, let's look at the standings. Wow. Detroit has only lost 4 games. They're 43-4. Jaden Mayer, Keon Elson, Greg Gary. I mean, they don't even have, I don't even know if they have an all-star. Do they have an all-star, a single all-star on their team? No all-star, non-all-star, 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 non-all-star. This team does not have a single all-star. And they are carrying the league. We've only lost 4 games. Then you got Philadelphia, who only lost 7. These teams are insanely good. I mean, they got a good roster here. You go down, Brooklyn's only won 4 games. So you got, they are definitely not making the playoffs. I don't think Chicago's making it either, sadly to say. Milwaukee's probably not gonna make it either, because they only have 1 player. Must be only 1 healthy player, yeah. But like Orlando, Boston, Wizards, Indiana, Miami, these are just average teams. But man, these top 3, wow. They just have a lot of players, that's all it is. If you have a good, and oh, the Rockets, 46-4. Wow, Theodore Wade must be 15-15. Yeah, the rebounds are gonna be inflated. But wow, that's really good. This is a really good team. But other than that, it's pretty fair right now and pretty even. Okay. We got Memphis. Yeah, Daniel Manning, that's all they have. Oh my goodness! He's averaging 31 points and 34 rebounds a game. Wow. Wow. Look at the league leaders here. Ronald Johnson averaging 34 points a game with 17 rebounds. Now, rebounds aren't that shot. 35 rebounds a game. Oh my goodness. That's just absurd. It's going to be inflated this year, but next year it'll look a little better, hopefully. But wow, these guys, you got how many players averaging over 30? You got about 10 players averaging more than 30 points a game. Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, these are your main players. You got Ronald Johnson. He's 19 years old, averaging 34 points a game. Shannon Pete, Lawrence Mann, Johan Norberg, Evan Randall, Leroy Maggie, Daniel Manning, Bert Burtz, Frankie Jefferson. I mean, those are the main guys. We'll just have to see once it comes playoff time who made the playoffs, who didn't make the playoffs, who even made the play-in. Hey, we'll see playoff time. Okay, we got to the end of the season. And Leroy Maggots, I'm saying his name wrong, he won MVP, averaging 31 points a game, 25 rebounds a game, 2 blocks a game, 1 steal. Did not make a single 3, I don't think. Pretty efficient from the field though. Center. You know what I mean? Yeah, I would agree. Averaging about 32 points a game, 25 rebounds. It's pretty hard not to say he's the MVP. And Rookie of the Year, him as well, because he's a rookie. Anyways, we got 6th Man of the Year, Dustin Carr out of Detroit, averaging 14 points a game, 16 rebounds a game, a steal a game. Pretty efficient from the field as well. I mean, like, these guys aren't good overall wise, but their stats, you'd think he's a 95 overall. Art Fleming, Defensive Player of the Year, 3rd. Whoa, I mean, whoa. 26 points a game, 33 rebounds a game, assist, about 2 steals a game, and 3 blocks a game. Yeah, that's Defensive Player of the Year. This guy he was cooking. And he won Most Improved because, I mean, you can't really give it Most Improved. Coach of the Year, Tom Thibodeau, 69-13. Here's the first team with Evan Randall, Dan Sharp, Daniel Manning, Aaron Bryant, Leroy Magid. And then we got Bert Burtz, Irving Gardner, Jordan Norbeg, Lawrence Mann, Dexter Jones. See, the guys, like, the Toronto Raptors, they have 2 All-NBA signing teams. You think they're insane, but that's literally the only players they have. So some of these guys are super good because they're one of 3 players on their team. And we'll see 3 years later if they're still good. Third team, we got Stan Cook, Will McMillan, Eldon Conley, Steven Manis, Art Fleming. Wow. Defensive team, Dan Sharp, Evan Randall, Daniel Manning, Irving Gardner, Art Fleming, Bert. On the second team, Johan Norbeg, Eldon Conley. These are like the same exact players. Wow. Yeah, rookie team's gonna be the same. Playoffs. See who got it. Okay, in the play-in, we got Miami and Boston, Indiana and Washington, and we got Denver, Sacramento, and both LA teams fighting for that spot. Let's look at league standings. Wow, New York 69-13. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams won 60+ games. That doesn't happen. And then in the Western Conference, Houston was the only team to win 60+ games. The Western Conference was a lot more equal than the Eastern Conference, I would say. Because all these they're about mid-table teams here. Because they made the play-in. And they went 30-52. That's just... League leaders. Johan Norbeg averaging 32 points a game. Shannon Pete, Evan Randall, Daniel Manning. We got about 8 players averaging 30+ points a game. Well, 8 players averaging 31 or more a game. All right, let's sim the playoffs. Let's sim through this first. Oh, LA gets the 7th seat. Let's sim through this game. Sacramento eliminated. Oh, they lost by 3. Man, it's 37-31 wasn't enough. Devastating. Wow, 11-28. Good job, Clifton Curley. Let's check on this side. Indiana. Yeah, Boston got eliminated. Indiana won their game. Pretty well. Boston got eliminated. They got destroyed. That's double their points. Almost. 69-126. 2 more points and they'd beat them by 69 points. That's the biggest deficit in NBA history, I think. In this league's history, that's for sure. Especially in the playoffs. What happened? Boston was not a bad team. They just, every single quarter, they didn't score 20 or more except the second. And Miami scored about 30 or more in every quarter except the first. Wow. That's pretty crazy. Alright, second game in the play-in. Denver gets eliminated. Wow. Denver. 62-91. What happened? He let Tinsley have 55 rebounds. They just missed a bunch of shots. Yeah, 9 for 25, 10 for 25, 3 for 19. 3 for 19. Oh my gosh. Anderson Blake, you are terrible. 8 points. Not good. Wizards in Miami. Last game of the play-in. The Wizards were eliminated. Alright, now we get to start the actual playoffs. I'll simulate this round. So Philly swept Charlotte pretty easily. So Knicks beat the Heat. Game 1, it was, oh my, McMillan had 42. That's good. Heat 33 from White the third. Just wasn't, or no, it was enough because they did beat him. So that 42 wasn't enough. Second game, Knicks took it this time at home. It's still a close game. And another close game here. This was a great series, even though it only went to 5 games. 91-89, then a blowout. You know, just had to have happened. And then a 10-point win for the Knicks. They lost the first game, won every other. Cavs and Hawks. Hawks got destroyed in that first game. Same as the second. Closer in the third. Still lost. Ooh, and they lost by 3 there. Oh no, yeah, the Hawks lost by 3 and then they won game 4. Oh, I was at game 5, my bad. The Hawks won 4-1. They got swept 4-1. Every series was 4-1 about. Let's head to the second round. We got 2C versus 3C and 1 versus 4. 1 versus 4 on the other side, 2 versus 3. Oh, they both 4-1 right here. Phoenix, the 4th seed, take it over Houston. That is a crazy score right there. That's about 40 points. Wow. But it doesn't matter because Phoenix came back after that every game to beat them. Oh, they beat them by a 1-point game. In game 4 to send it to game 5. They won in game 5. Pelicans won against the Thunder here. They lost first game, and then they had to win every other game. Wow, Matt Bryant, a 41-point triple-double. Now that's something you want to see in the playoffs from your star player. 185, they won the next game. Yeah, Aaron Watts 37. There's going to be some high scorers here. Aaron Watts 39 helped them win game 4. Game 5, they destroyed them. Everybody played their role that time. On this side, Cavs are out. Knicks beat them 4-1. Wow. Not much to say about that. They just lost. Alright, we got a game 6 here. Let's see the matchup. So we got Jaden Mayer, Keon Elson, Greg Gary, Hugh Simon, and Dustin Carr versus Mitch Borholtos, Jay Harrington, JP Bush, Stefan Linderman, Scott Carson. Detroit is up in the series, even though they are the worst team. And it's a game 7. Wow, game 7. It's a low scoring one, but 76ers battled their way out of it and took the dub that game, as not really anybody came to show. We'll simcast game 7 because it's a game 7. You know, these are always big games. Detroit takes the first quarter and the second quarter and the third. That's wraps. Philly has been eliminated even though they brought him to a game 7. It just wasn't enough. Keon Elson at 30. Dustin Carr 24. Gary 20. A very good game in the distance all around. I think that was a 40-point win. Conference finals. These are big. These are definitely big. Oh, it's close. Oh, they're both game 6s. They're both game 6s. Let's see the matchup here for the Knicks. Oh, the Knicks are starting a 40 overall. Must be somebody injured. Because he can't be doing that in the playoffs, starting a 40 overall. But they got Will McMillan, 76. Alex Whittington, OG Anunoby, he was a 40 overall. Vince Cage and Curtis North versus the Pistons, which we know. Jaden Mayer. I mean, the Pistons have gone to a game 7. The Knicks haven't seen a game 6 yet. They send this game. Detroit's out. Knicks take it to the finals. Can they bring the O'Brien Trophy to the Madison Square Garden? This matchup, haven't seen these ones. It's all been 4-1 over here. But the Pelicans, wow, they have a 40 overall. They have Matt Bryant, who's been really good in these playoffs. They have a 40 overall, and then they have Adrian Wagner, Adrian Watts, and Sidney Adams. Now, and then the Suns, they have they have one 40 overall. Both teams have a 40 overall, so they might get destroyed by the Knicks in the finals either way. But they have Lawrence Mann, who's really good. I didn't know he was that good. 79 is really good in this league. Phil Hayes, 40 overall. Lucas Ray, and Leroy Maguette, the MVP. Can the MVP take out Matt Bryant, who's been a star in these playoffs? No, he can't. No, he can't. Matt Bryant had 26 and 10. Adrian Watts 25 and 10. 16 for Sean Reynolds. But man, Lawrence Mann. Lawrence Mann. 37, 10, and 6 just wasn't enough. They lost by 4, so it was a good game. It was a very good one. Leroy, can't be doing that as the MVP. 20 and 14. It'd be good if your teammate didn't carry you. Alright, we're simcasting game 7. It was tied in the first. Pelicans took second and third. I don't think they can come back from this. Oh, they're kind of coming back. No, they're just too far away. Beat them by 12. Matt Bryant. He had 35 points. This guy shines in the playoffs. I mean, he's averaging 22, 10, and 8 in the regular season, so he's doing good in the regular season. But his point counter went up by 4. His assists went up. His steals went up. This guy is a playoff riser for sure. On the other team, Lawrence Mann did everything he could. 37 points. And Leroy tried to help. But their team just wasn't there. They were the only 2 guys to have 20 or more. I mean, Ray did his job, but the rest of the team's got to step it up. Alright, we're in the finals. Let's see this matchup here. We got Matt Bryant, a 40 overall. Adrian Wagner, Adrian Watts, and Sean Reynolds. And then the Knicks, we got Will McMillan, Alex Whittington, 40 overall, Vince Cage, Curtis North. These are some good teams here. We'll simulate the first game. That was pretty obvious the Knicks are going to win. Ooh, Pelicans took it. Pelicans took it by Matt Bryant's 41 points. That's what you need. But game 1, Will McMillan had 40. But Matt Bryant 41, 10 and 8, and a pretty good win there. And those are the players you need in playoffs. They take game 2, Matt Bryant 44, Adrian Watts 43. Wow, they were the only two basically to score the whole game, but they definitely scored the whole game. And the Knicks did their job, and they lost by 6. But that's a good game from your starting 5, I would say, because that's all they have. They don't really have anybody off the bench. But man, Matt Bryant and Adrian Watts just came to play. They both took 31 shots. The Knicks let them take too many shots. Oh, and the Pelicans are up 3-1 after Adrian Watts 30 points and Matt Bryant 29, 18, and 9. Took it by 10 points. Knicks, you're down 3-1. Can they come back 3-1? I don't think that's gonna happen. That's pretty improbable. I don't know. They might be 2016 Cavs, but this is the first year. Doesn't look like they're gonna take it. The Pelicans. I'll jump into this one so you can get. Actually, I'm not gonna jump into this one. This is a pretty devastating loss for the Knicks here. They'll just have to bounce back next season. 99-80. Adrian Watts, 31. He was really good in this finals, but you know it's gotta be Matt Bryant. This guy was absolutely insane in the playoffs. I mean, what more could you ask for from a player other than Matt Bryant? And he gets Finals MVP. He deserves it. Definitely deserves it. With those stats. I mean, this guy was insane. And your 2025 NBA champions are the New Orleans Pelicans.